In this video, we're going to cover Introduction to Catalog Management. First, before we head over to the Catalog tab, I want to call out every new account that is signed up with Apply has sample data already inside of the account. To delete the sample data, you're going to click this red button, and this will remove the data. Do this before you integrate your field service management software or accounting software. Now let's head over to the Catalog tab. And you'll see a couple helpful tutorials here up at the top that'll help guide you through adding tools and kits, as well as new materials. And down below here, when we scroll, we'll see a number of different options. You'll be able to manage your folders, add materials and manage materials, add kits and manage kits, and add tools and manage tools. For service site users, there will be an additional tab here that will show equipment, and that equipment will sync once you integrate it with service site and account. To add a new item, in the upper right-hand corner, you can click the Add New Item button, and you have the ability of adding a new folder, adding a new material, adding a new kit, or adding a tool. Folders are designed to keep your catalog organized and for you to start to create templates. For example, some users create truck stock templates so that when they spin up a new truck, they'll have a template of those materials that they can transfer into that truck as a starting point. When we click into a folder, you'll be able to see all of the same functions as you would inside of the catalog, with the exception of folders being something that could be nested infinitely, meaning that you can have many folders inside of the same folder. So for example, if you were trying to do valves as a folder or as a category, and you had several different brands of valves, you can come in here and add a folder and add those materials within that folder. To transfer materials from one folder to another, you would select that material. Once it's selected, you'll be able to see a menu here that pops up, and you'll be able to click Move to Folder. You can choose the folder that you want to move it to, and there's an option here to remove the material from the current folder, which will basically delete that item from the folder. Now, it doesn't delete that item from the catalog. It just simply removes the item from that folder and moves it into another spot if you want it to. When I do that, you can see that that folder has been successfully updated. I have 3 items here, and when I go into the catalog, and click on Safety, you can see that that material is now in the Folders tab. You have several different views of folders. You can click this to change to a tile view or list view. And if you needed to rename the folder or delete the folder, you could do so by clicking the 3 dots here. Materials are located in your catalog below folders, and make sure that you have the Materials tab selected. You can search for a material here. The search functionality is quite robust. It will search any keyword within the name of the item, any keyword in the description of the item, or any item number, for example, SB792. Below here, we'll be able to see the name of the material, the category, the total amount if you have an active account, the minimum and maximum that is set, and the customer and business costs, which can be edited by clicking the pencil here. You can edit the material information, edit the price, or move this item to a folder as well. Next, we're going to talk about kits. Kits are a combination of a material assembly. When we expand this, we'll be able to see the number of materials or tools that make up this one kit. For example, this is a tankless water heater valve installation kit, which contains 4 materials and has this cost. And you can see the number of materials that make up that kit. When you select this, you have a couple of different options as well. You can move to a folder, you can add to a location, or you can delete that kit. Adding to a location will add this specific kit to its location so that technician or that warehouse manager has access to the ability to add that kit to an invoice or assemble those kits. Next, we have tools. Apply provides you the ability of managing any tool and any tool unit. You can see at the bottom here under tools, so you have the name of the tool, who it's assigned to, the job or location it's assigned to, the status, the purchase and value of this material. So we track depreciating value as well, and the last time this tool was updated. When you expand this out, you'll be able to see any corresponding barcodes, the last position that it was at, and the supplier that's been purchased. When you select a tool, you have additional controls such as moving it to a folder, moving it to a location like a warehouse, moving it to a job so that it can be used or consumed, or printing and exporting those tools and their barcodes. Heading back over to materials, on the right-hand side, all kits, materials, and tools have the ability for you to sort by any number of options here. You can filter by anything from the location, the category, And you can also manage your custom categories in here, the brand information, the manufacturer information, any alerts for stock status, so overstock quantity, normal stock, low, and zero status, any tags that you've created. Additionally, we'll show you any duplicates that you may have as well. This is looking at duplicates of the name of the material. To create a new material, we'll click Add Material, and you can upload an image of that material. You can choose from an existing material. So if you have a very similar material, like maybe this is 16 ounces, be able to add all of that information here, and then you can change that material information as needed. Or you can start from scratch by typing in a name. Ply also supports material serialization, which we'll cover in another video. You put in a material description, item number, any tags, brand, manufacturer, category, and you can select your unit of measurement here. Finally, you'll be able to add in your different variants. A variance could be something like a brand, a color, a manufacturer if you want to track that, or if there's a different price based on its assembly. And then finally, any custom fields will show up at the bottom. When I hit next, I'll be able to put in my price and options here. So we can say that this is $1 for the customer, 50 cents for this else. When I hit next again, I'm going to add this to a location. So I'll choose my default location here. If you know the quantity, you can add it. If you know the men's, you can also add that as well. Maxes. If you know the aisle, the bay, the level, the bin, you can input that. And we cover positioning in another video as well. Down below here, you'll be able to manage your barcodes for this particular item. So you can see that Ply generates a Ply barcode, manufacturer barcode, or any other barcode that you want to enter, you can do so. Or if you want to simply just generate a brand new barcode, you can generate barcode and add new. When you save this to a location, it will add that item to that location. And when I click save, we've created this new test material here. Next, let's go ahead and create a kit. So as I mentioned before, a kit is a grouping of materials that makes up one single task. This could be something like a water boiler install, or a grouping of materials that are, when assembled, make up a single item. And you can input an image here of that. We're going to put in test kit. We could choose that location. If you have a description, you can put that here. And any tags can be added here as well. You can generate a barcode for a kit as well by clicking Generate Barcode and then clicking Add New Barcode. When I click Next, all the list of those materials that I can choose from to assemble this kit. When I add them, it's going to add those items to this kit. And you can choose the quantity. And you can see that it's calculating the total price here based off of the total price that's already inside of the catalog. If you need to change the price, you can change the price here, or you can change the price of the single item within each row. When I click Save, I get a preview of the kit. This is a test kit with this barcode. It contains 4 materials, and the total cost based on the sum total calculation is $52.98. If you need to edit this kit, you can click Edit and add another item if you need to. I'm going to save this kit. And you can see now that once I've saved it, I have a test kit here, and then I can add it to additional locations if I need to. Next up, we're going to create a tool together. So tools are created by having a single tool that has many units to be able to track the serialization of those tools. A completed tool looks something like this. You have the name of the tool, the manufacturer, last time it was updated, the total units available, a description, and you'll add an image here if you need one. Below, you'll be able to see the number of units that you have available. So in this instance, we have 2 of these DeWalt drills, and here are the 2 different units that make up and their corresponding serial numbers. If you need to add a new unit, you would click Add New Unit. You can fill in its serial number information, the employee if you know it, status, its current location or job. If it has a physical location at this moment, you can put in the aisle, level, bay, and bin. And we can even generate a barcode so that we can place a barcode on this tool when we're completed. Some additional information that you'll be able to add is supplier information, so you know where you purchased it from, the date that you purchased, the cost of this tool when you purchased it and its current value. This would be the depreciating value if you know that. This is really helpful when your accountant asks you for your current assets. You can simply run a report of all of your current assets and send it over to them. When I click Save Information, you can see that that new unit has been added. The Activities tab will show the movement of any of your materials. As your tools are being moved, you'll be able to see that under the Activity tab. Now let's head back, and we can see that that new tool I created is assigned to me. And that's a quick introduction to catalog management, adding materials, tools, and kits. If you have any questions, please let us know.